Namaskar, I am Neeti Dixit and let us analyze the flow, the zone and the Yog Darshan. Can we achieve success effortlessly? This is just an attempt to explore Yog Darshan or Patanjali Yoga Sutra with respect to working in the zone or flow as envisaged by Mihaly. Now I am going to tell you a story. What was that? At 8 in the evening, a boy sat to solve some mathematics problems. His mother brought dinner for him and advised him to eat the dinner while it is still hot. The boy assured mother that he will eat it in a while. Mother came and inquired the boy for not eating the dinner, and he had again the same reply, "Mom, I am going to eat it in a while." That was the time mother lost her cool and scolded him badly, as it was already 6 in the morning and the whole night is past and you are still telling that you will be eating the dinner in a while. Boy was quite surprised, as for him his mother had come just a while ago. He checked his notebook and he had solved around 100 problems. The experience was magical, and on that day he scored very well in the test. He earnestly wanted to experience the same, but what the boy could not understand was researched by Mihaly, and he defined it as flow. In fact, Mihaly interviewed lot of actors, sportsmen, artists about that what they felt when they were in the epitome of the performance. So the term flow was coined by Mihaly because all of them described the experience using metaphor of water current carrying them along. So it was flow. Now what is flow? The zone. So Mihaly outlines his theory that people are the happiest when they are in the state of flow, where a person absolutely involved in an activity that nothing else around matters to him. The best moments in our life are not passive, receptive, relaxing times. The best moment usually occur if a person's body or mind is stretched to the limits in voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. And now it has been proved the sports person who do exceptionally well when they operate in the zone. Now what is flow theory? I mean, how one can get the flow? What are the conditions when a person can attain flow? So he postulated 3 conditions: that a person's involvement in an activity with clear set of goals and progress. The second, the task in hand must have clear and immediate feedback. Now if you see in the case of that boy, what feedback he was getting? The feedback he was getting, he was able to solve the problems one by one. So he was enjoying that the whole process of doing the mathematics. Balance between perceived challenges of the task in hand and their own perceived skills. And there are few more factors which are responsible for the flow. It is intense and focused concentration on present moment, merging of action and awareness, loss of reflective self-consciousness, sense of personal control over the situation or activity, distortion of temporal experience. In case of the boy, he did not realize that it is already 10 to 12 hours are gone. He was thinking it was just a while. Experience of activity itself is rewarding, also referred as autotelic experience. So, I mean, when somebody is experiencing flow, these factors independently cannot make a person to feel flow. it should be coming in the combination. So it is like immediate feedback. The moment immediate feedback comes, you start enjoying. In the case of boy, the feedback was there. He was able to solve the problem, so he was enjoying. Feeling that one can succeed. The boy was able to do the problem one and then another problem, then another problem. So he was enjoying that because he was succeeding in each and every effort. Getting engrossed in the experience to the extent that need becomes negligible. In the case of boy, the boy did not feel hungry. Now, what all can be the challenges to stay in flow? So, the first challenge is state of apathy. Now, being in state of apathy is characterized when the challenges are low and one's skills are also low. So that it produces general lack of interest in the work. The second is state of boredom. State of boredom is when the challenges are low but the skill set is high. So what will happen? The individual will finish his task soon and then the rest of the time is with him to get bored. Third is state of anxiety. It occurs when the challenges are so high that exceed one's perceived skill level, causing greater distress and uneasiness. Here, what if somebody wants to attain flow, what one has to do? One has to either increase the skill set or decrease the challenge. So, in the words of Mihaly, if the challenges are too low, one gets back to flow by increasing them. If the challenges are too great, one can return to flow state by learning new skills. Now here we are going to compare the experience of flow, which is also given in our own ancient Indian wisdom. Mihaly did mention some of the Eastern religious practices but he did not give any reference of the same. In fact, he did not mention meditation anywhere. My colleague Rakesh Sharma, who is practicing meditation for the last 32 years and is working as a manager Life Insurance Corporation, deciphered that Patanjali Yoga Sutra not only explains the concept of flow in a better manner, but also help training our mind to attain flow. So, Mihaly may have described the concept of flow for the first time in the West, but in Eastern world, these experiences are already mentioned in Hinduism, Buddhism, Sufism, Tao cultures. Mr. Sharma says that practicing meditation as per Ashtanga Yoga prescribed in Yog Darshan, it is certain that we can attain the flow with the help of yoga. But the question is, can this flow solve our day-to-day challenges? Also, can it be used to improve the performance of the students and the sportsman's skill? Can artists improve their creativity? Can employees improve their productivity? So for that, we try to study two Yoga Sutra. The first Yoga Sutra is Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. It says that yoga is the science of controlling, canalizing the thoughts, emotions. The natural outcome of yoga practice is that one is free from the distractions. One develops the capacity to withdraw from worldly pleasures without suppressing the thoughts. Even though it is not mentioned in the Yog Darshan, but the masters have explained two ways to experience this stage. One is still the body and the mind will still after some time. And the second one is still the mind and the body will be still after some time. And the second sutra says, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Sampattibhyam. Perfection in the posture. Perfection in the posture is achieved when the effort to perform it becomes effortless, and that is the time when infinite can be achieved. In fact, I never believed it to be true, but while trying to master the asana Tula asana, that is called scale posture, I realized the more I am forcing myself to master the posture, the more I am failing in doing so. One day I just placed my hands on the ground and tried to lift my body. I was quite relaxed and I lifted myself while being in Padmasana, and my whole body balanced on my hands. It was an incredible experience, and since then it became very easy for me to perform this asana. This opened a new world of imagination, and I understood that one can achieve perfection in their work only when the effort to do that work becomes effortless. Mihaly's concept of flow is very close to this explanation of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. As I was discussing with you all, we tried to see the effect of Yoga Sutra and the experience of flow. So we carried out the experiment on students and employees to gauge the effect of these two sutras. We worked on two groups of individuals for about the period of 10 years. The first group was students and the second group was of employees / agents of insurance company. We selected the students who had learning disability, lack of interest, difficulty in concentration and low motivation. At the same time, the employees who were selected, though they had good intention, but they lacked focus, motivation, confidence and their emotional quotient was very low. As a result, their performance was quite below average. What we did, we trained them into various meditation practices, and once the students learned, mastered the postures, they were encouraged to study for continuous 3 hours. Whenever they felt low or their focus was getting distracted or they felt bored, they were allowed to switch to the reading that interests them, example poetry, fiction, encyclopedia. The whole idea was to make them sit for 3 hours at a stretch, as it is mentioned in Yoga Sutra, that if one can attain the flow only when one sits for 3 hours. The employees or agents were told to meet people and explain them the benefit of insurance policies. They had to do this for a minimum 3 hours per day. They were advised to record their experiences and should not take stress of selling the product. What happened? Initially, most of the members of the group found it very difficult to maintain the desired active period, though some of them could work for 45 minutes to 1 hour, but subsequently they started improving their performance. They were encouraged to continue till they achieve 3 hours limit. Some participants felt that they need new set of skills or knowledge to achieve benefit of the opportunity. They also felt explaining for longer hours is improving their focus and giving them clarity of subject. Their performance started getting free of impediments, which was the biggest barrier in experiencing the flow. In fact, few participants, after practicing it for some time, as they felt satisfied with their performance and started enjoying their work, their retention as well as their performance improved. We tried to analyze the change in their outlook is only due to long hours Or is there anything else also in that? Participants revealed that they worked freely as there was no pressure of result. We were surprised to see that the participants expressed the same which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita as Karma Yoga. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. One has the right to work but has no control on the result of the same, as one should only concentrate on the activity and should not bother about the result. The fruits of action should not be more, nor one should have attachment to the inaction. We waste a lot of energy in getting worried about the result. We are only there to do the action. Result will be an automatic process. Another change among the participants was that they were quite composed, and during occasional bout of anger they were able to recover fast. They were confident that if they stick to the activity, the result will follow sooner or later. The batch of students on which we were working are now successful authors, designers, entrepreneurs, sportspersons, musicians, DJ artists, and some of them cleared the competitive exams with the flying colors, and today they are role models for their juniors. Insurance employees, agents moved to higher positions, became leaders in their own associations and clubs. Their newfound confidence, clubbed with expanding contact, lead a select few to join politics. If the teachers, the parents and the managers encourage the participant to focus only on the activity, I repeat, to focus only on the activity, not on the results, that the performance output of an individual improves dramatically. The conclusion is Yog Darshan provides simple yet effective methods to improve the performance of an individual. The only handicap which we have is that the practice, it is a practice based technique, and we need teacher, guru, acharya who has mastered the art and science of yoga to impart this education to her disciple. What is acharya? Acharya is the one who teaches you by giving example, not by preaching. So in India, if India develops such learned masters, it will be a great service to the mankind and greater service to our planet, as the essence of yoga is to align with the universe. If one learns to sit in a right posture and is able to hold her body right, then everything that one needs to know in this universe can be known. If one can sit in the posture or asana for 3 hours, then one can attain asana siddhi. Thank you.